These boots are made for walking. That just will do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
But today I'm taking them off.
Let's do this. Let's turn slightly away from the world map. Is that too much? Nope. That'll be just enough to show Kane on the couch and potentially me. Too low. Oh, sorry. I don't want it to show his belly, y'all.
You know, yours ain't looking too small there in that picture either.
What can I say? I'm just a big fella. There we go. We got the whole members wall in it. We got the eagle, Pandora, me in the wheelchair in front of Black Betty. Cray says, y'all have any snow there? No, not yet.
Not yet.
It's calling for like 12 inches or more of snow on Saturday and Sunday and like a metric butt ton of ice, baby. And all I can say is if that's the case, I am not working on Monday, damn it. John Glad said hi. Hello, John. How are you?
John Glad?
John's pretty glad. And Olivia's in, said hi all, or hey all. Hello, Olivia.
Hello.
Did you get high?
And then we got high.
I was going to make the video, but then I lost power. You'll never guess why. Has everything to do with the fact that, we were running 2 heaters and a t-shirt press. Speaking of that, you can probably unplug the t-shirt press and turn the heater back on. Or if you're comfortable, it don't matter. But look at that, y'all. He's not wearing safety yellow today.
Dumbass, what?
There's like 3 people in here. Ain't nobody gonna know.
I tell you what, them damn chops of yours, it just don't stop.
Cray said, I'll bet your wife won't let you sled ride. I bet she won't. Nah, we ain't got no sleds.
Him a damn bubble. I got some bubble wrap I'm bringing for him.
The last time I went sledding was 2014 whenever I got out of high school. We had a hell of an ice storm. And I grabbed the sled and I slid down Daddy's driveway and my whole back of my hand was like scraped off where the ice and the asphalt was meeting. Needless to say, I'm banned from doing a lot of things.
Stupid is and stupid does.
I'll be the first one to admit I am not the smartest fella.
But I know what love is.
I sure am hungry. Those hot dogs just ain't good as they usually are.
No,
They're chicken and a pork.
That was nasty.
Yeah, they're more like just drive my blood pressure up. Lovely Lucy said, hey.
Hello.
Olivia said, no, I'm not high right now. That's around 8 o'clock when I have to take a butt ton of meds that make me not die. Okay. Well, glad you're here and glad you're sober enough for us. Daryl said, hello all. Hello, Daryl. Front door. I bet you somebody's turning around because I just adjusted the hell out of that camera today. Well, let's see what it was. Lucy said, hey, Daryl. Oh, we need to pull the cars in. Okay, it caught a dang little itty bitty glimpse of a car between the Toyota and the brick wall. Let's see here. Let's see. Lucy said, hey, Daryl. Hugh at Grand Pito Vic said, hit that like button, peeps. Hello, Hugh. Olivia said, butt chowder. With the drooling face. It's mine now?
No.
You left it for me.
No.
It's mine now.
Nope. Only things that's yours is ones that don't have the clip on them.
Oh, let me take this clip off.
Give me my clip. My whole pen.
You keep hitting me. Kane will get you.
You keep messing around with my pens.
Let's see here. Hugh said, hello, Scoots. Hello, Hugh. Daryl said, hi, Lucy. Hugh said, hello, Randy. Grandma Vic said, hi, Randy 3. Hello, Grandma. Hopefully you're feeling better. I've heard about you not feeling well, and I'm glad to see your name in chat again. Hugh said, hello, Daryl. Daryl said, hello, Ghosty. Grandma said, hi, Pops. Hugh said, hello, Olivia. Jane said, hi, family. Hello, Jane. Haven't talked to you in a while. Cray said, what do you do for the railroad and which railroad is it? I am a freight conductor or engineer, depends on the day, or brakeman. It is Winston-Salem southbound, WSSB, co-owned by Norfolk Southern and CSX. And he is the track inspector. Same company. Grandma Vic said, hi, Mac. Lucy said, how are you today, Daryl? Hugh said, hello, Lucy. Daryl said, Grandma. Jane. Grandma said, hi, Olivia. Hugh said, hello, John. Daryl said, I'm good. That's wonderful. Grandma said, hi, Jane. Lucy said, hello, Pitto. Olivia said, Mac and Hugh and Grandma. And Grandma was in all caps. She's more excited about them too. About her. Jane said, hey, Daryl. Hugh said, hello, Craig. Grandma said, hi, lovely. Hugh said, hello, Jane. Jane said, hey, Grandma. Olivia said, hey, Jane. Daryl said, thanks for dropping off those lights, Jane. Jane said, hi, Hugh. Lucy said, hi, Vic. Grandma said, still not feeling good. I hate to hear that.
Sorry.
I really hope you get to feeling better soon, Grandma. Jane said, hi, Olivia. Grandma said, but thank you. You are welcome. Daryl said, smash the light. Please touch my lucky thingy. Grandma said, hi, Lucy. Hugh said, he lays on the tracks and brake checks the trains. At this point, I don't think I want to try it, but at this point, if a tree didn't do it, I might have to try a train. Jane said, no problem, Daryl. Did Tanya tell you why I was MIA last night? If not, I can tell you. Let's see here. Olivia said, I told Boggy to butt a Mustang. Let's hear. Lucy said, Norfolk Southern is in Adrian, Randy. Cool. I'm not a big fan of the way they do some things. But granted, they've not handed me a rule book to follow when I'm in their yard yet. Daryl said Adam did. HVTK Spicy said easy. Well, hello, Spicy. I see you got deleted. Let's see here. What are we doing to get deleted already? Let's see here.
What he said.
Oh, okay. Okay. Grandma said thank you both. Not a problem, Grandma. We really hope you get to feeling better. I said Grant. I'm reading the wrong things. Daryl said keep chat civil. I would really appreciate it if we did. We come in here for 2 hours a night, might go down to an hour a night. Just to try to have good vibes and good times. Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Dixon said hi, guys. Hello. Spicy said thank you. Hugh's laughing. Carlo said sup, y'all. R3 Pops. Hello, Carlo. I'm sure Dad would say hi, but he's going out to blow his nose. Randy said another beautiful day above ground. Hello from Oklahoma, America. Randy's in from Oklahoma, America.
Well, hello, Randy.
Welcome into North Carolina. Let's see here. Translate to English. Our friend Tassine is waving with says hello and people hugging and some waving. Hello, Tassine. Olivia said bye, not but. I figured that's what you meant was bye, but you asked us not to put words in your mouth. See, Randy never forgets. Grandma said hi, big boy toys. Hugh said hello, Carlo. Daryl said spicy, no political. Yeah, please, that's something we don't talk about. Carlo said hello, Grandma, sweetheart, and said sup, Hugh. Lucy said I didn't take my meds today. Was that on purpose, or was it like you're just kind of rebelling? Olivia said, bro, if I want to talk political, talk about the fact that Pac thought Biggie shot him. Oh, you mean that rapper? Carlos said, sup, Daryl. Jane said, bless you. Hugh said 2 hours can be hard. Well, it's not just the hard part. It's we need to do more on the channel. And we need more time. The 30 minutes from 5:30 to 6 is just not cutting it. And then at 8 till whenever we get done with the video is making the video. Y'all, there's not enough minutes in the day that we still want to make good content for y'all. I get here when I get here. But 30 minutes a day is not enough time to make any kind of content for anyone. You can't make progress on 30 minutes a day. Not on what we're trying to do. Jane said, hi, Carlo. Hugh said, especially every day. Oh, it gets hard, but when chat's flowing like this, it's awesome. Nicholas said, hello. Hello, Nicholas. Daryl said, big. Big said, hello, Jane. Hugh said, hello, Nicole. Did I read that wrong?
It's Nicholas.
Oh, my bad. Nicholas is waving.
Right?
Yes. matey, father and son. Yes, I'm his eldest son. Tashin said hi, hello again. Nicholas said grand, hello. Grandma said hi, Nicholas. Olivia said OMG, Randy, got smart. I'm smart. Cray said, is the Pepsi still 25 cents there?
Yep.
Yes, it is. Olivia said, OMG, Randy has culture. Hee 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 hee. Yeah. Nicholas said, Grandma, hello, dear. Grandma said, hi, Cray. Hugh said, if there were more minutes in a day, there'd be more to do. That would be true, and they'd probably make us work more. But, nah, Burnout Rivals is coming up, and we've already submitted the cars. I did get an answer today on my email about the RV pass and the semi thing. So it was very nice to hear back from them so quickly, and we're waiting for our approval or denial. But whether we get approved or denied, we need to do more to the cars. And we want to take the next step. And, you know, it's time that we make the next step and do something. Rather than sit around bitch moaning and complaining that we can't do it, we just need to do it.
Hi, Nicholas.
Don't you interrupt me.
When you get off, we'll be behind.
That's fine. I'll be behind.
Good Lord.
Let's see
you
here.
Want a paper towel for them
Jane
tears?
said hi, Nicholas. Hugh said sorry, Nicholas. Cray said hi, Grandma. Grandma said it's great to see you back, being yourself, R3. It feels so wonderful to be back. This makes 4 weeks back to work. Hugh said hit that like button. Oh, and Grandma, I'm right back to the whole I don't want to go to work anymore. I just want a paycheck. Jane said, Hugh, the more time you have, the more you have to do. The more money you have, the more you spend. Yep. ALS said, cherish your dad and I are about the same age, and my dad passed June 1st of 24. I hate to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
It's never easy losing somebody like that. Nicholas is waving at Jane. Olivia said, I like how many minutes in a day I have. I didn't really do much anyway. Well, whenever you start figuring up 8 hours of sleep, so 6 times 8, that's 480 minutes, so you're 1440 right there. So you're already less than 1,000. So, I mean, then you sell time to work, whether it's 1,000 minutes for 10 hours or it's 300 minutes for 5 hours. You very quickly lose your minutes. And then you figure out your drive times. You run out of minutes very quickly. Hugh said, right, Jane. Grandma said, there are. Chris Connor, 6377, said, God bless from Ireland, guys. God bless from America land. Daryl said, what did they say? If the Vivo is pulling the burnout cars, I do not have to buy an RV pass for it. Because I put in the email explicitly that I plan to be there the 10th and the 11th. And they said that as long as that vehicle is pulling the burnout cars, it covers the entry of said vehicle. I thought that was the case, but I had to ask. Robert said, hi, this is Robert Herzenberger.
Robert, I put it in the mail for you today. I want just to let you know, so it's on the way.
So your card is inbound. Nicholas said, Grand Pitto, don't worry. Chris O'Connor said, God.
He misspelled it up there. You said it
Oh!
right. He misspelled it. He just let you know he misspelled it.
Oh, I'm sorry. My dyslexia is acting up today. Hugh said, it will probably be faster this time, being you're returning and not newbies. Well, so in my email to Freedom Factory support, I said, hello, this is Randolph Hutchins with Never Done Projects. And their response was, hey, Randy. I'm like,
hey, y'all, we racers.
I'm like, how they know my name's Randy? But being that we did go compete last year and did get approved by that, Madison's at her parents. It did show us as returning, and it does show us having a crew. The Mad Hatter shows in our crew.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason, we don't hold a candle to that man.
And that's who I got the idea was for the tractor trailer.
Yeah.
I knew what I wanted to do, but he's the one that told me what kind of trailer to get.
Yep. And he gave a suggestion on tire size and stuff like that. Really, honestly, a very intelligent man. It's just, again, we work on different type of stuff. He's got a Rolls Royce, and we got old 30-year-old Camaros. ALS said, hi, Grandma Vic.
But now his Rolls Royce is probably as old as our Camaros.
Yeah, but it's still a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
And it's got rose gold on it. Grandma said, hi, Chris. Hugh said, hello, Chris. Olivia said, my Nicholas fell asleep at work today. Careful, he doesn't like when you use his government name. Hugh said, hello, ALS. Grandma said, oops, Chris. Carlos said, a can of Pepsi is like $2.50 from the vending machine here down under. Oh, it's like $2, $3 here.
No,
But just
can of
our
Pepsi's
house.
not.
Yeah, but here, we just set it up for 25 cents. It's really not for
It's
John
not
Q.
really,
Public.
Yeah, I mean,
Yet.
so it's not like we're selling it for everybody. But if somebody comes in, they can have one for a quarter.
Let's see. ALS, or excuse me, Mormac, aka Daryl 2.0, said tap times 2.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl. ALS said appreciate it, not a problem. Lovely said I didn't take my meds on purpose today.
They're coming to take me away, yaha!
Some medicine, honestly, like not joking with you here, Lucy. Some medicine you really do need to make sure you're taking. I don't know what medicine you're taking. It's none of my business.
But you know you.
Yep, you know yourself and your body, so just use your best judgment on that. ALS said, hello, Grand. Tashi said, how was your day? I woke up early and went to my workshop and sat there. No one came to fix their car. Maybe a customer will come tomorrow. Well, my day was good. Cold, but good. I understand. We come here every day, 7 days a week. Sometimes we get customers. Sometimes we don't.
But we really don't advertise either. But
we'll
especially
figure
in
it
the
out.
winter, we can't open the doors and we're like hermits in here.
Olivia said, I sleep about 10 hours, Randy. You're
Wow.
wasting 600 minutes. Come on now. Granted, I would probably sleep damn near the same amount if I'd played. Jane said, hey, Robert, did Pops pick you up for work? He waited at the mailbox. He just wasn't there. Hugh said 8 hours of sleep. Someone gets 8 hours. I usually get 4 to 5. That sounds
That's the way
about like
I
that.
am, Hugh.
Grandma said, sorry for your loss, ALD. Olivia said, drive time is fun time. Robert said, where is Randy at? Well, right here. But you might not see him because he doesn't have on his safety. Glory to the Father, 617 said, shalom, y'all. Let's see here. John Glad said, the more crap you have, the more problems you have. Yes. But to make me feel better, I'll go buy another car. No. ALS said, thanks, Grandma Vic.
I'd rather have my money in my crap than the money in the bank.
Hugh said, sorry, 38. That's Tashin. Grandma said, Olivia, how are you doing, my love? Hugh said, hopefully you will have customers tomorrow. I hope you do, bud. Daryl said, so I won't have to either then. You should not have to. That buying basically the pit pass, that basically gets you and your vehicle in.
Yeah, it covers your truck.
Not basically,
or
it
whichever.
does. It covers your vehicle to get in. Hugh said, hello, Robert. Grandma said, hi, John. Now, granted, we did email last year about like approval or denial and never heard back. So I guess we didn't word the email right.
Oh, no, we're returners now. We're racers now. They answer racers.
Robert said, when I put my work shirt on for work, you can do it. Olivia said, I'm doing better now. I has chowder. Oh, Lord. Nicholas said, number 1. 4 times. Does that mean I'm number 4? But I'm number 3. Olivia said, how are you doing, Grandma? I think that's supposed to be
Yeah, we had a, well, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of you.
Hugh said, lol. Grandma said, hi, Robert. More Max laughing. Grandma said, that's good, hun. Nicholas sent 4 golden number 1 medals. Carlos said, who am I that the highest king would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in on his love for me. Yes, his love for me. Yep. Hugh said, did you have a crew Timu?
We did have a crew, Timu.
I did.
And Steven.
I did. And this year, Stephen wants to go back.
We're going to invite him, but if he don't, we can
have 4 per car.
So
that means for my car, I can have Madison. The girls aren't going to count, shouldn't count. But I got Madison. Let's just say Addison. But that's it. And then Daddy's got Stephen and Justin if they both come. The original clapper said 25 cents is awesome. Yep.
Pepsi.
I remember that.
I saw
Robert
it.
said, when I wear my work shirt for work. You got this. Hugh said 25 cents doesn't pay for electricity, at least 50 cents. Well, again, it's really not to sell. If we're going to sell them, it'll be $1. just for the simple fact that still 1/3 the price of what
If
you're
we
getting
were
from anywhere
selling them
else.
to people coming in, it'd be $1, but it's too aggravating. I just leave the quarters there for everybody here. It's like a refrigerator, and the kids enjoy mashing the buttons.
Yeah, Addie loves it. Horn by Man said, last night I accidentally stubbed my coat. Was that supposed to be toe, or did you stub your coat? The original Clapper said, I am on a seizure medication, and if I don't take it, it's a real problem. Be careful. That's what I'm meaning. There's medication that do really good jobs and really help people, and there's medication that I don't agree with, but that might be just my body. Hugh said, hello, Horn. Horn by Man said, what do you like about Mario games? I like squishing Bowser. I don't know why. Carlos said, who the sun sets free, who is free in me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am.
I like Mario Kart.
I didn't even think about that. You ever played Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? That was a good game. Grandma said, hi, the original. Olivia said, IG, not the fact that I used his government name and focus on the part that I said he fell asleep at work. See, I'm not worried about that part. I'm more worried about the part you used his government name. The original Clapper said, hi, Grandma Vic. Nice to meet you. Original Clapper, if you did not know, Grandma Vic and Grandpa Vic are a married couple. Wonderful people. Olivia said, thank God it was right at the end of the day, though. He's the boss. He sleeps when he wants. Grandma said, likewise, the original.
He told me to tell you to draw a box, stick your nose in it, and stay in your own damn business.
You know, we were doing good on not causing issues.
I just play with her. She knows that.
Lucy said, yeah, that would be my ADHD medication and meds for diabetes and vitamins. I also haven't taken Tylenol all day today. I refuse any meds today. Be careful with the diabetes and the vitamins. Untreated diabetes is very bad.
Don't be so hard to get along with.
And I don't know much about ADHD medication, but I do know Tylenol, it's going to do good to help you, but if you're not in pain, don't take it.
I don't know a lot about medicines at all, but I know when they give Steven that mess, it's like a zombie.
Yep.
So I do understand.
Now, granted, that's been 20 years.
Yeah, and he was skinny as a dang beanpole, but
Yep.
and then when we took him off of it after that school year, he wouldn't quit eating
Because the ADHD medication suppressed his
and
appetite.
it wasn't even ADHD. They were just trying to shoot a pill at him. So
And that they were real bad for that back then. Now, Hugh's asking a question.
sorry.
Where's the PPE? He's in gray. He said, I'm going to change and see if anybody notices. Because over there on the cabinet is his PPE.
Thank you, Hugh.
Olivia said,
Loudmouth here couldn't let people just.
oh, hold
see.
on. I need to scoot back so that everybody can see Kane. Olivia said, good puppy. He's
He
sleeping.
wears himself out there today, and then he like. I'm telling y'all.
I
Good
think
dog.
he likes it here. Jane said, Carlo, why are you saying this stuff? We don't discuss politics or religion. You know, that is a good point. We make it a point to tell people that. Daniel said, cheers. Cheers, Daniels. Daniel, not Daniels. I don't think there's more than one of you right there. Grandma said, hi, Daniel. Hugh said, hello, Daniel.
And
Carlos said,
Carlos
because
said-
I love God and Jesus, Jane.
And that's right, but you know this is not the channel for it. We all do. Well, not everybody.
We all
but,
have our religious opinions.
but we try to keep, because there's people in here that don't believe in it, and we respect them. So we don't shove our lifestyle down their throat, and they don't do us. That's what we ask.
Well, let's see here. Jane said, Lucy, you could refuse your meds, but only hurting yourself, especially for stuff like diabetic medication. Hugh said, what day is it? Tuesday.
It ain't the weekend.
No. Jane said, Carlo, that's fine, but we don't discuss it here. Hugh said, it's to cover the electricity is all. Oh, I know. But it doesn't help whenever we go back in the machine and take the quarters back out and just keep spinning. But Horn by Man said, you scared your dog. You should have seen him earlier. Daddy was popping my leg and he was about to eat him up.
He don't do nothing when he hits me, though.
Yeah, I know. It's about time I get a dog to defend me. Glory to the Father said, y'all hear of Gene Payne wood chip mulch generator? No, I did not. Hugh said, yeah, putting the quarters in is fun for little ones. And that's all it's for right now. Raccoon Gamer said hi. Hello, Raccoon.
Hello, Raccoon.
Grandma said hi, Glory. Hugh said, I love Super Mario Super NES. Never got to play that, but I've heard it's a wonderful game. Grandma said hi, Raccoon. Hugh said hello, Raccoon. Let's see here. Grandma said, oh, thank you, Arthur. You guys are awesome also. Thank you, Grandma.
Thank you.
We're just regular, everyday, normal MFers. Raccoon said, I got ADHD and I cannot see today.
Now you see how I feel when I get up.
I got hit with the damn tree. It's not my fault.
Well,
Raccoon said, I got
ADHD
ADHD and old and learning disability, and I got bullied for having disability. Yeah, a lot of people have that. Like, have bullying problems with disabilities, and it's bullcrap. People shouldn't be doing that. But I hate to hear that. And just remember, you might be learning disabled or learning slow or whatever, but it does not mean you cannot learn. Grandma said, I got you, Grandma.
Don't do that.
Hugh said, I did too, Raccoon. Hugh said, severe ADHD, I can't sit down, and caused me mad issues. People do that a lot. Y.N. Wolin said, why y'all never done projects? Because you can spend $100,000 and build your dream car, truck, or SUV. All right? Or insert money figure here. You can build it exactly how you want, and in 6 months, a company might drop a set of wheels that you want.
It's
instead
never
of the
done
wheels.
because you want something different.
Yep. So you might want to change the wheels.
Not the project.
So, and probably because we got 23 of them sitting here and we
Yeah.
just don't have time to finish them. But when we started, we only had like 12. Hugh said, I still stand to watch TV a lot. Aggravates the heck out of my wife. I am a busybody. When I just sit around, basically I got to go to sleep. Raccoon said, it does too. Grandma said, he is cute. Can't wait to meet him. I'll tell you, Grandma, he gonna bark at you. It's gonna be a little scary at first.
But he'll
He'll get used to you. We'll tell him you were good people. Raccoon said, but sometimes if I play with my video games. Well, and that's the thing. You're getting stimulation from the video game. You're keeping your fingers moving.
And I'll tell you what
and
helps Stephen. What helps Stephen, and that's his music. He put his earmuffs on, or is it what do you call them, earpods, whatever.
And that makes a big difference.
And that calms him down. It got to where he could. It was okay for him to listen to his music while taking tests at school.
Mm-hmm.
He started doing so much better.
Lucy said, Pitto, I can't sit still for even 30 seconds on or off medication. Wow. Zone said, chicken strips. She needs money that bad. Funny joke. Hugh said, mine slowed down some since I'll be 50 next month, but ADD is still bad. The age is sometimes now. Bet you wish you had that age for some of that energy you need. Hornby said, who would win in wrestling match, a raccoon or a ferret? Our friend Raccoon Gamer in chat would whoop that ferret's tail in. Hugh said, you are our family. That's the way we see it and feel it. That's the way we try to preach it. Everybody in here is part of the Snowman family. And there's enough pie in this whole world that we all can have a piece. Hugh said they tried turning me into a zombie to slow me down. My stepfather detoxed me off that adult medication at 10, and I was bad sick. That's the problem. They get you hooked on that crap, and you try to come off, and it makes you worse. Hugh said if you completely finish, you don't have revolving visions or projects. Exactly. Daryl said, y'all ready for this weather coming in? No. Your weather's drunk and in my yard.
I have no dang wood either.
Hugh said, nah, he'll be okay. Dogs love me. Yeah, I'll get bit. I said the same thing, and he loves us. And he does so good if we tell him to calm down. But if you're eating, he's like right in your face.
He
like
likes
ready
he
to
don't
eat.
know what personal space is.
Nope. Daryl said, calling for 2.5 foot here.
Wow.
It's calling for right at 2 foot around here. Up toward Greensboro's calling for 2 foot too.
2 foot 2.
Yep, 2 foot 2 inches. About the same height as Olivia. I'll get caught up. Grandma said, not at all.
You know, with that beard and that haircut, you look like that guy on Just in the wheelchair. With that little chin
Joe Swanson?
in the
Oh,
wheelchair.
Family Guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a beard.
I know it's his chin.
Oh, okay.
The
Whatever.
way you got it.
HBT said, "How dare you protect me?" It's not. I was just trying to see if Pup would attack. Yeah, no kidding. Let's not find out. Lucy said, "I have autism, ADHD, and I am mentally and emotionally impaired. Also, I have dyslexia, so it's sometimes hard for me to read. And yeah, I also have learning disabilities. But nothing that you can't overcome with enough self-belief. You got it." Hugh said, "It's supposed to snow Saturday and a mixed Sunday, so that means ice."
They asked me if I watched the weather this weekend. I said, yeah. They said something about coming in. I said, is it mandatory? Because if it ain't, I ain't coming in.
Yeah. I told my boss, I said, "If it snows like it's calling for, you better not expect me to be here."
I said, y'all got another track inspector now. He's got the truck. Y'all don't need me.
James said, "Daryl, it's all supposed to go south of us." Yeah, y'all's weather's drunk and in my damn yard again.
Quit saying that. That sounds stupid.
Raccoon said that is some way with me. I have listened to music.
Read.
I was stabbed in the throat with a dull, rusty Play-Doh spoon. John Deere Faith Turbo, aka Jacob, said hi. Grandma said hi, Jacob. Carlos said hello, Jacob. Hugh said hello, John Deere. Hugh said, "No wood, you ain't that old yet." Daryl said Jane. Ryan said more freezing rain to the south of us. He said north of Cincinnati, 2.5 to 3 foot possibly. Bump that. Olivia said, chowder. John Deere said, R3, your dad take off that gray shirt, you would be twins. Except I'm in short sleeves and he's in long sleeve. And my shirt said something inappropriate on the back. I did not realize that till I got to work. I'm surprised nothing was said because I walked right by Gene and he read the shirt. As I was walking, I was like, well, if the shoe fits, lace that MFer up and wear it. Jane said, Daryl, Ryan is a butthead. Hugh said, you have 5.5 acres of wood to cut out back. Yeah, and I ain't allowed to cut none of it.
Yeah, and then when I said I needed to get some wood, everybody come up with something else to do.
I had an oil change on my truck. I'd prefer not to blow this one up.
Not Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, well, if it's snowing like this, I'm not coming out Saturday and Sunday.
Last week.
Oh, I was here. Whatever. Grandma said, amen. Daryl said, I don't watch him anymore, but it rolled across the feed. Which Ryan are we talking about? John Deere said, hi, Grand Pidovic. Olivia said, oh, shoot, BRB. I have to call Nintendo. Okay. Marlin Star 808 said, it's supposed to snow a lot. Yes, it is. This is like, I was talking with Kevin and them today. They said the last time it snowed like this, if it snows like this, was like 93, 95, somewhere in there.
I was saying, I know in 89, that was the first year I went to work for Thomas Bus, and it snowed, I mean, good gosh. Because I made it all the way to work in my new Chevrolet truck and didn't even spin out or nothing like that. When I got to work, I realized I rode all the way from Lexington from Lake Road to Thomas Bus with emergency brake on.
No wonder it didn't slide.
Well, boy, when it got there, them wheels were hot.
I bet they were.
I was even trying to get it to slide. I mean, it was deep.
Grandma said, hi, Marlon. Hugh said, I told my job March 25th, 2019. If it flakes, my fat butt will be on my couch with the remote in my hands. I told my boss's boss, I said, can't we have a remote day?
Jane, don't be calling me that.
John Deere's laughing, said, Jane, LOL, Pops, are you being a brat? Yes, he is. Stop! Can't get it.
Ow! 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 Good boy. Ow! Ow!
Oh! He getting me, Kane. He getting me.
He says, I'm sleepy. Leave me alone.
Oh. Carlos said, I suffer from generalized anxiety disorder, schizophrenia, and OCD and depression. Potential spam. Ignored. Layla said hi. Potential spam. Ignored. Hello, Layla. How are you doing this evening? Grandma said, sorry, big boy toys. Hugh said, stay in the building, homie. You got cameras. I might need to be home with the wife and kids. Somebody got to cook. Speaking of that, I need to get some hamburger or something just in case we keep power. Mike can do some cooking over the weekend.
Grill don't need no power.
Yeah, but that's at the house.
I got hamburger.
I see John Deere said hi, Grandma. Grandma said hi, Layla. Hugh said hello, Layla. Daryl said Ryan Hall. Never heard of him. Jane said Ryan Hall, y'all. I'm going to sack tap you. Layla said hi, Vic. Hi, Grand. Carlo said thanks, Grandma, but I'm stable at the moment, so nothing to worry about. You know, you smell different when you're awake. Sit down. Grandma said, did you guys get any salt yet? They put it down last week. Hugh said, January 2022, I have pictures of snow up to my calves after people said it doesn't snow here. Grandma said, good, hun, you're a great person. Oh, thank you. Layla said, you two fighting already? He's been starting with me since the moment he walked in that God-blessed door. Grandma said, and we love you. Jane said, what an attack dog. Yeah. Look at that dog right there. He sure is attacking, ain't he? John Deere said, I'm lucky I get no snow. I'm happy. I'm going to send it to you. Hugh said, Puppy Dog said, this is cushy. Yeah, he likes that couch. He was real happy when I put this couch up here. Grandma said, I'm going to bring him a bag of goodies when I go see him soon. That would be awesome. I'm sure he would devour them. Hugh said, thanks, Grandma. Layla said, hi, Kane. Kane, you going to say hi?
Nope.
Hope he opened his eyes on that one. Grandma said, you're so very welcome, Carlo. Hugh said, you have been brining the roads here as well. Well, they like salted one time last week, and I haven't seen any more.
That's what it is, Brian.
Yeah, yep.
That's why he tried to tell you. He was trying to be nice to tell you that you were wrong.
I'm wrong a lot.
Wrong.
Jane said, Daryl has hamburger, dropped him off some grass-fed / homegrown beef. You grew beef in your backyard? Or is that people?
She cut the legs off. It was ground beef.
Layla said, that's why you should get a pit bull. Tell you right now that if that dog was provoked, I think he'd bite you, considering he bit Daddy today. John Glad said -2 at high Thursday. Little snow near Chicago.
Chicken in the car won't go.
Man, that sounds like that is just miserable. John Deere said, R3, your dad is funny. My dad's annoying sometimes. Funny sometimes, but annoying too. Raccoon Gamer said, how are you? I am good. I hope you are. Layla said, my parakeet is going crazy and it's dark outside. They are supposed to be in bed. That's why they're going crazy. Grandma said, wow, John. Jane said, Kane bit Pops. Well, he kept popping me. And Kane put his whole ass hand in his mouth. And he bit him a little bit harder and Daddy got mad at it.
I was grabbing his tail.
Oh, yeah.
And I was holding his tail. And he don't like, the woman said he don't like nobody messing with his feet. But I grabbed his tail. And he definitely don't want you to hold his tail where he can't move it. But he's sleepy now.
I got your tail.
He says, I don't care.
He says you, I don't give a crap. Can I have your foot? She also said that he doesn't like when people mess with his toes. You's a good boy. You's a good boy. Grandma said, Layla, did you cover them? Jane said, high yesterday was 8 degrees here. Bump that. Hugh said, wow. Ramsey said, Salem. I don't know what that is. Bruh. Jane said, Pops, don't tease him. Period. She put a period. She's serious. Don't you tease him.
Respect your elders.
Suck me. Hugh said, hello, Ramsel. Layla said, their names are Rio and Jewel, like from the movie Rio. I have never seen that movie. Carlos said, I haven't been in mental institute for 8 years and don't plan on going back anytime soon. Well, that's good. Hugh said, he like, what? What? John Deere said, did not know your dog have black spots. Wow, yes, he is very brindley. He's black, but he's got like shades of gray all around. And like white on his knees, and he's got a white patch on his chest. Grandma said, cool, Layla. Then they are beautiful. B-E-A. Beautiful. Let's see here. Oh, I hadn't even pulled up how many likes we got.
It's right there.
I
23
can't see
people,
it.
22 likes.
Let's see. 19 people, 22 likes. Let's see here. Rama said, you
I'm showing
from?
23 likes.
Oh, I don't know. I'm showing one less. We are from Denton, North Carolina, America land. Nelson's here. Said, hey, Randy's. Hello, Nelson.
Nelson.
Let's see. You got that truck fixed yet, or are you still waiting on it? Daryl said, Nelson. Hugh said, hello, Nelson. Grandma said, hi, Nelson. You know, the first time he started coming in, oh, John Deere said, hi, Nelson. I was worried it was our boss, Nelson. I was talking some teetotal crap about him. And then Nelson come in, I'm like, I'm in trouble. Nelson said, it's fixed. Well, that's good news, buddy. Hugh said, it be walk. I'm glad to hear your truck's fixed, Nelson. Jane said, hi, Nelson. Carlos said, okay, y'all, I'll BBL. Be back later. Nelson said, hey, Daryl. John Deere's laughing. Grandma said, hi, Rumisi. Rumsey. Oh.
I got an idea, y'all. Watch this.
If he falls asleep, I'm pouring something on him. Nelson said, hi, Jane. Tacos are good, he said Godskin Duo.
Well, I need my head back. I smell them hot dogs. Smells like chicken.
Hugh said, broke equals bewoke. Bewoke. Hugh, your comment on yesterday's video, I read it. And I said, I'm just gonna thumb it up and I'm gonna heart it. I'm not gonna put any kind of anything to do with that on there because
Well, I thought you was typing at somebody else.
yeah, I didn't know if you meant to say it to us, but I was like, I'm not gonna touch on that because YouTube really doesn't like that T word. Ramsey said, cool, I'm from Russia.
Hello.
Cool. Welcome into America land. Hope you're having a good time. Mormax said, Randy, get off work early today or something? Which one? I got off at normal time.
No, I did not.
I didn't either. I worked a full day. I got off at 2. I could have been off at 12, but we got to stay till 2. Grandma said, hi, Russia. John Deere said, your dad sounds like a dog. He didn't even move that time. He's getting used to us. Nelson said, cold here in Denton, Texas.
Oh man, we got somebody in Denton, Texas. That's cool. Every time I look up something, Denton, Texas comes up before Denton, North Carolina.
And Nelson's in Denton, Texas right now.
Awesome.
Layla said, yes, Vic, they are very beautiful. Rio is the most beautiful or most colorful one, though. Hugh sending question marks. You don't remember what you said? Hold on, let me. I'll show you. Unity. Yeah, this one here. One day ago, you commented on the will the new computer fix it? And I really didn't want to say nothing about it because it's one of the really hot topics right now. And I didn't want to risk offending anybody. And I didn't know what you were meaning by it. I really did not honestly know how to respond to it. Raccoon said, it's cold in Indiana. I bet it is. It's cold there all the time almost, ain't it? Nelson said, hey, Jacob. Hey, Grandma. Green Saber said, riddle me this. I'm loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I'm a fraction of... I'm not reading the rest of that. Layla said, and no, Vic, I don't cover my birds unless it's cold. Grandma said, I have seen that movie about 1,000 times with my grandkids. John Deere's laughing. Hugh said, sorry, that was for someone else and it crossed over. Sorry, I'll delete it. No worries. I was going to text you about it and then I kind of forgot about it. Then I saw your name. I said, I gotta figure out a way to not sound like a douche nozzle. Because I do that a lot.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Grandma said, Randy 3, watch the movie Rio with your baby. She will love it. I will try. Hugh said, when that happens, delete it. Sorry, guys. It's okay, Hugh. I'm not mad at you by any means. Just trying to figure out a way that I can talk to you about it without, like I said, trying to sound like a douchebag. Total Tech 8246. Can you make pancakes in that shirt, please? Press. No, but I have a 36-inch Blackstone 4-burner down there. I can make some good pancakes.
I got a waffle maker at home somewhere.
I like waffles. Layla said, I love Rio. That's why I named him Rio and Jewel, because Rio and Jewel are friends in the movie, and my Rio and Jewel are best friends. Yes, all kids like Rio. That's awesome, though. Glad to hear that. Grandma said, how nice, Layla. John Deere said, look at the 3 amigos and a dog. It's me, my best friend Bob, and Dad, and Kane. Speaking of my best friend Bob, where the heck is Justin? You good back there? No. Brent said, what's up, Randy? What's up, Brent? Brent, I didn't want to text you today to sound like some other people we work with about asking where you were going next week, but I was being told to check my bids that somebody might be coming to pull me. I said, well, I just talked to Brent yesterday. He was asking how I was adjusting. They said, oh, that's the one I'm talking about. So I decided to shoot you a text. I said, if you come down there, it's your seniority right. So, if you decide to pull me, just let me know so I don't leave all my stuff in High Rock. Layla said, I meant that the movie R3, not my bird. Gotcha, I'm back with you. John Deere's laughing and crying. Jane said, hey, Brent, where are you going next week, LOL? Well, he's working the extra board, so he's on call. And, rumor has it he might make a move to the job that I'm working, and since he has seniority, he would bump me off the job and I would go elsewhere. And I have just enough seniority to make a move up to Winston if that's the case. Layla said, not many of the kids that live in the complex like my birds. They don't really know I have them yet, though. We'll tell them to draw on a box, put their nose in it, and stay in their own box.
That's a brand new unit.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with it? It says it's not working.
It says it's not working.
It's a brand new unit. Unless you're just out of propane.
Should be, they just delivered. That's what they were charging so much for.
I have no idea. Robert said, I like your red jacket. Well, thank you, Robert. My in-laws got it for me for Christmas, and it is surprisingly warm. Layla said, it's a t-shirt, Robert. Well, I also have the red jacket, Layla. Olivia said, back. Back again. Okay, Hugh said Tal Orion is Israeli, and I was messaging him back what I knew here in America since I didn't know it posted on your channel again. Sorry, guys. It's not a big deal, Hugh. We're not mad by any stretch of the imagination, but I read it, and I'm like, did I say something crazy, or did I say something that I was not remembering? Because I know I got scars on the back of my hands right now where I was fighting that car. I was like, maybe I said something crazy. But it's all good, buddy. Mistakes happen. That's why I'm here. Jane said, oh, shoot. Thought maybe Jamaica. Layla said, I can't go outside. Too cold. I agree. Hugh said, it's deleted, though. That's all right, Hugh. I appreciate it, buddy. Glad we got that straightened out because I was thoroughly confused. Robert said, put it on your jacket. I don't want to put my jacket on right now. Maybe later. Grandma said, welcome back, Olivia. Nelson said, hey, Olivia. Layla said, the cold hurts, especially with fractures. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Especially when you got a rod right through the back end. Yeah, it really hurts then. Hugh's laughing. CHR1SDUZ WWE said, hey, well, welcome in, WWE. Oh, I bet you that's supposed to be Chris. Chris does WWE.
Oh, really?
Yep. CHR1S, which is usually the 1 usually takes place of an S and a 5 of an S. Gotcha, Chris. Nelson said, yes, it does. Layla said, yeah, I know. I can 100% relate. You know, I used to think the cold sucked, but now I know it sucks. Let's see here. Dion said, love and respect from Jersey. Well, love and respect from North Carolina. Jersey. Y'all still got them people painted orange up there, like from Jersey Shore. Madison's at work. Robert said, when you put my Christmas card in the mail? Today. He put it in the mail today for you. Chris said, yeah, you got it. Thanks. Glad I got it. Jane said, Hugh, I saw the comment too and I thought, huh? I'm too old. I missed something. Well, did y'all know that monks were walking in North Carolina to go to D.C. for some kind of protest? Because if you knew, I did not. And I drove right through the middle of everybody walking around in Thomasville, North Carolina, saying, why are all these people out here? I'm about to start scoring points by hitting people with a car. Raccoon said, I play basketball for Special Olympics. That's actually pretty damn cool. I tried playing basketball once in PE, physical education, and this finger decided to point that way because somebody smacked my finger, and yeah, that was fun. Hugh said, if it crosses, throw me a text and I'll drop it, or you just drop it, no worries. Different channels with different content. I've had them cross my channel as well. I just remove them so my viewers see it. I got you. Before I do anything like getting rid of it or anything, I'll shoot you a text. But hopefully that's the last time. But if it's not, again, I understand. Shit happens. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not mad at you by any means. Grandma said, I seen you fight with the fuse box. I was laughing. Sorry, Randy 3. It's all good. I'm telling you now, I about took that damn pry bar and just snapped that damn fuse box. I was getting to that point. And then when it didn't start, but Ryan and Lotus and a few other people have suggested checking grounds for the U1000 code. And I think I should have done that before I bought the computer. But hey, hindsight's 20/20, ain't it? Hugh said, LOL Jane. Livia said, bro, not going to lie. I wanted to kiss customer service, literally the best customer service I've ever experienced. Okay. Layla said, I broke my foot a few months ago and got pins put in so I can relate. Are the pins permanent or do they remove them at some point? Because whenever I tell people like at work that I have a rod holding me together, they're like, oh, when are they taking it out? Like, never. Hey, I bet you when they cremate me, somebody will have a rod that they can put as their shifter for me. Got it. Hugh said, wow, that's crazy. Grandma said, sorry, Layla. Layla said, I was playing basketball when I broke my foot. Just starting to learn that we shouldn't be playing basketball. We might want to leave it to Raccoon. John here said, look, Randy and Randy Jr., I'm looking at the new mirror of the future and I see you guys in it. LOL joking. Well, hopefully we're in the future. Hugh said, don't see it, LOL. Okay, yeah, that worked. Got you, Hugh. Robert said, I play bowling for Special Olympics. That is awesome. I bet you bowl a 300. Grandma's laughing. Krill said, gentlemen, a historical question for you. Who is better of these old men? We don't talk politics in this channel. We don't talk politics, religion, or controversial subjects. We are worldwide, and the last thing we want is to voice an opinion of ours or someone else's, and then we have a whole argument going on. We are here for positive vibes and good times. You only got a few years of your life, of the whole scheme of things, and it's too much upsetness going on. Hugh said, me too. I've fought them too, LOL. They put them where you don't get it. So I had Googled 2006 Nissan Xterra ECU removal. A few videos pop up with AI search. Well, what are they removing computers in? Infinities, Nissan 350s, Nissan 370s, just cars, and they're inside behind the glove box. I'm like, no, I want a damn Xterra. Could not find it. Could not for the life of me find it. Then I find a step-by-step instruction. And it says, take fuse box loose. Remove computer. Like, whoo, you got me there. Aaron Williamson said hi. Hello, Aaron. John Deere's laughing. Grandma said hi, Kirill. Kriston Bridges is laughing. Layla said they get taken out soon. Okay, I was curious on that. Jane said, I have plate and pins and ankle. Been there for years. Test subject. Aaron said, don't throw a rod. I hope we don't. And I hope I don't. Olivia said, bro, get a used DS that's locked up and call them. They fix problems really fast. Did they fix the locked up DS through the phone? Or do you have to like send it back or they send you another one? Kriston Bridges is sending some surprised faces, a winky face, a Christmas tree, and 2 apples. Well, thank you. Raccoon said, I got game this weekend for basketball. Well, I'm cheering for you. Grandma said, we don't talk politics here, hun. Thank you, Grandma. Hugh said, I Googled it while I was watching. Ground and fuses are a good starting point, but it mentioned the body control module, losing communication with the trans, I believe it said. Yeah, they say a possibility could be the TCM. And if it is, the TCM's like $800. And I really hope it's not a TCM, because if it is, I'm going to a junkyard. But I would be willing to bet it was a ground. Layla said, Raccoon, be careful. Let's see here. Jane said, when I went through TSA, they saw it and checked my ankle. Huh. I'll be dang. Robert said, when you come to Clayton or Canton, Ohio to watch Robert Hinsberg bowling. I would like to. We go up to see Daryl and Jane and Vic, and not Grand Pitto Vic like Diecast String Customs. We need to go see Hugh Vic at some point. He's only 2 hours from here. Hugh said no politics or religion or conflicts. That I like that. Olivia said Pops is the better old man. Randy is only 30. That's fine. I'm in no competition with no man. But we got a Gmail. TikTok shop. Act now. No. Christian is sending a starred face, a couple hands, and a puppy. Joe Bird said, hey, Randy. Hey, Pops. Hello, Joe Bird. Kriston said, upset. He's texting right now. He gets serious while he texts. Raccoon said, thank you. Layla said, Vic, you're fine. Not your fault. Kriston's laughing. Grandma said, hi, Joe. Jane said, Robert, what state are you in? Robert is in Ohio, Jane. Grandma said, why, Chris? Joe Bird said, hi, Grandma Vic. Raccoon said, I know I have a bad ankle. My ankles are pretty weak. John Deere sent a few, let's see, 5 pink smiling with their tongue out poops. And 5 looks like owls going, whoo. Olivia said, they literally say me up with the master key and I was able to unlock my friend's 2DS. Cool. Layla said, well, it doesn't help that I had low muscle tone. Me too, Layla. Me too. But your feet, it's kind of hard to build muscle in your feet. Hugh said, it makes me mad when I type 2018 Kia Soul Sensor and it brings up a Chevy pickup. Yes, I have done that. I cannot tell you how many times. Hugh said, it can be programmed, LOL. Yes, it can. I thought about doing that with HP tuners, but my question is, if I find all the grounds and that doesn't fix it, can we narrow it down to just a TCM? Because that's still $150, $250 just to get credits to do the one car. We will figure it out, though. Layla, I've also thought about doing a push button start like I did on the Camaros on that car. Because if I can jump start the starter and everything works, it would definitely make me feel better. Layla said, I am good friends with one of your chat members here. Really? Who are you friends with, Layla? Joe Bird said, hey, Jane. Hey, Grandpa Vic. Hugh said, man, why are we talking $45 to go through TSA now? What the hell? So wait, they're going to make me pay to go through TSA to make the plane safer. I'm just going to opt to not go through TSA if I ever fly. Jane said, hey, Gabe. Migo said, sup, Gabriel? Sup. Robert said, I bowl at Park Center Lane in North Canton, Ohio. That's pretty damn cool. Hugh said, hello, Joe. Joe Bird said, hey, amigo. Raccoon said, I wish you came to my basketball game. One of these days, Raccoon. One of these days, we're going to have people from lives and stuff like that say, you know what? I wish you could insert this here that's appropriate. And we would like to make it happen. We're just regular, everyday people, but I think it would mean the world to people if we were able to actually come and spend a day or so with them. And never want to get away from being able to do stuff like that. And it gives us a reason to explore the world. Hugh said, hello, friend. Migo said, hi. Jane said, hello, Robert. That's a little out of the way for Pops to pick you up for work. Well, that's why he was going to wait outside. Daryl said, without. Grandma said, hi, Migo. Layla said, Raccoon, I don't want to go on another basketball court ever again, but it doesn't help that my lunchroom is on a basketball court. Right-ro. John Deere said, Grandpa Vic, you ever start your engine yet and get them cockroaches out of your tailpipe and they get all over your place? Grandma said, hi, Gabe. Carol said, is it grippy? No, it's slippy. Go talk to your uncle. Layla said, lovely, Lucy. Oh, no kidding. Okay. It is a small world after all. Hugh said, no, Jacob, I put the harness on my engine and pulled my back, and I've been down 5 days now. Are you yelling timber? I'm joking. Olivia said, Brian was awesome. The only problem I had with him is I'm guessing UTS because it's a long day, but first he asked if this was a Wii U, then I told him no, a 2DS. Okay, DSi. LOL, poor guy he sounded. I bet so. Jane said, I haven't heard that they are charging to go through TSA. Joe Bird said, hey, Metal. Layla said, I go to school with her also. Well, that's pretty dang cool. John Deere said, I hope you get better Grandpa Vic and Grandma Vic praying for them. Well, I appreciate the prayers. I imagine they do too. Livy said, tired. I bet you he's just happy that he wasn't fixing a switch. Probably not. Robert said, get my chair ready for Robert. We got the chair ready for you. You can sit beside Kane, buddy. Leslie said, are you going to get some of this upcoming snowstorm Friday? Leslie, I think we're going to, but I don't want to. If I could, I'd pick it up and I would push it elsewhere. Hughes said, I did receive my cold air kit and mass airflow bung and a real fuel pressure regulator and fuel pressure gauge from Evil Energy today. I have heard they do pretty good stuff. They got like LS style fuel pumps like in line to run LS motors. I thought about ordering them and like a carburetor fuel pump and regulator and all, so I can build a run stand and have like Evil Energy stuff on it. I kind of like how their logo is just like a smile with some devil horns. I think it's pretty cool. Lava said, what do you get when you put a sheep on a trampoline? A woolly jumper. That's pretty funny. Grandma said, hi, Leslie. Hugh said, I was doing a video, but can't post a video since I called out today. Better post it more. Leslie's waving. Hugh said, going to do a video. Gotcha. Grandma's laughing at Lava. Joe Bird said, hi, Layla. Hugh said, I seen the TSA a thing on Google today. Huh. Hugh said, thank you, no problem. Layla said, hi, Joe. Grandma said, thank you, Jacob. John Deere said, going to do what, Grandpa Vic? He was going to make a video, but he called out of work, so he can't make a video. Layla said, is she in here? Yeah, lovely Lucy was in here. I don't know if she still is. Hugh said, a video, Jacob. I'm unable to move a bit, or I am able to move a bit, but bending is an issue. And if you start posting videos while you're out of work, work does not take kindly to that. Robert said, what chair you have? Whatever chair was here, he has a gaming chair. That was mine. That's kind of run the end of its life cycle. We need some more. Daryl said, run stands are great. I agree. We have enough radiators sitting around with electric fans. We can make it happen. John Deere said, okay, I'll pray for you, Grandpa Vic and Grandma Vic. Hugh said, that's where I get my fuel pump and filter and hose kit from Evil Energy through Amazon. Inexpensive. Seems like quality product, too. Olivia said, God, Randy, can't you humor me? No, I can't. I'm just monotoned, and I can only humor certain people, and you're not certain people. Carlos said, I'm back. back. Welcome back. Phil said hello from Iowa. Well, hello from North Carolina. Welcome in. Hugh said welcome back, Carlos. Scott said, what's up, brothers? What's up, Scott? Another day in paradise here. Well, it would be paradise if it wasn't so daggone cold. Grandma said welcome back, Carlo. Hugh said hello, Phil. Daryl said Scott. Hugh said hello, Scott. Grandma said hi, Scott. Scott said Mac. Joe Bird said hi. Hey, Carlo. Grandma said hi, Phil. Scott said hi, Grandma. Carlo said thank you, Hugh, Grandma. Hugh said right, and unemployment isn't for me. Rolling on the floor, laughing my F&A off. I agree. I went 4 months, and that is not for me. Hugh said you. Whether it's you or me, it is not for me, I can tell you that. Carlo said Joe Soup. Hugh said thank you. Lovely Lucy is still here. Said yep, I am here, but I'm going to get a premiere for tonight. Cool, Lucy. Robert said, well, we are. I sit in the office with my chair. You're welcome to sit beside Kane on the couch, or we can bring you another chair in here. It is getting a little cramped in here, though. I will warn you. Warn you. Joe Bird said, hey, Lucy. Olivia said, that's gay. No, you're gay. Hugh said, evil energy is coming up quick. No sponsorship. I did send in a request today with somebody for a partnership. I think it would benefit us greatly. And maybe I'll hear back from them. We will see. But after I submitted it, about an hour later, a number did call me, and I kept saying hello, and they didn't answer me. So, whatever. Lucy said, hi, Joe. John Deere said, look, it's Pee Wee Herman's son. Speaking of that, where's Kevin? Layla said, hey, Lucy girl. Hey, Lucy, Layla's in here. She was asking about you. Hugh's laughing. Lucy said, hi, Layla, my girlie. Nelson said, hey, Lucy. Hugh said, I'll be done by they would sponsor me. I just think it would be cool if we could get a partnership or something like that. I mean, and I know sponsorship is the more common word, but like sponsored by or whatever, but I think it'd be cool to have a partnership because I'm going to take off those off-road tire stickers on the cars and just keep our never done projects. I mean, we just got those stickers from a event we went to that they're nothing associated with us. Robert said, bring a chair for Robert in the office. There's two right outside. I'll bring one in here. Olivia said, I like men that are extremely masculine. How am I gay? Because you're attracted to males. Duh. Weirdo. Shiva said, my name is Shane. Hey, from Kentucky. We are freezing here. Well, hello, Shane. My name is Randy. That's Randy. I'm R3, little Randy. And that's Dad. He's Junior. We're in North Carolina, and we're freezing as well. But Kentucky. I went through Kentucky to go to Indiana one time. Hugh said, I don't answer any numbers. I don't know. Tired of the robots. If it's important, they'll leave a message. There you go. I kept having people from India call about a property I have for sale. I had some very colorful language for them. They haven't called back. Grandma said, hi, Shiva. Jane said, hey, Shane, freezing here in Ohio, too. Hugh said, you guys have many a project, so it would be a good thing for you guys. I have one project. One project for now. But yes, it would be amazing that, I mean, I say Summit Racing just because of their selection of stuff. But it would be awesome if we could get like a partnership, sponsorship, something like that, where we could get a little bit off of like Summit Racing stuff. Like I want to put a cam in the LS, like Marketplace Warrior. But we also need pistons, rods, a crank, bearings, freeze plugs, cam bearings and stuff for the LT motor he wants to do. I want to redo my old small block. We can do all of that with Summit Racing brand stuff and Summit Racing products. But that's just to do his motor and not even touch rods and the crank and pistons is over $2,000 if we want to put EFI on it, not including the OptiSpark. So I mean, we're gonna get there eventually. I think we need to hit 3,500 to 5,000 subscribers for them to take us serious. Lovely Lucy said, hey Nelson. Olivia said, then that makes you a lesbian. Yup. You know what kind of dinosaur I would have been? Grandma said, Randy, you still haven't finished the new shirts? No, Grandma, I have not. This is the first one I've made and since before I got hurt. But hey, do me a favor and stand up if Grandma's not seen these shirts. This is just a silly little YouTube channel, never done project. And we also got one that's one day or day one, your choice. The one day or day one is a lot bigger and we have to press it on twice. But I do have some in-laws that own a screen printing company. That's where we started getting the member signs from because he churns them out a little bit quicker. And I do need to talk to him. I forgot to email him today. We might see about doing some different stuff. Robert said, hi, Dad Jr., this is Robert.
Hello.
He's occupied right now. Lucy said, gotta go, guys. I have to get to premiere of my channel for tonight. See you, Lucy. Thanks for coming
See
in.
you, Lucy.
Hopefully you get to feeling better and be careful with the medication. Joe Bird said, it's freezing for me. It is for us too, Joe. Hugh's laughing. Taurus said, what's your dog's name? Kane. Grandma said Kane. John Deere said, that guy from YouTube, Kentucky Ballistics, is that guy from Kentucky. Small world. Small Kentucky. I bet you it is. Layla said, what kind of premiere? She did a song last night. It was a very good song. Hugh said, I answered once. Cumberland County Morgue. You stab me, you stab them, we bag them. We have a 2-for-1 special this week. They went, and I hung up. That would be hilarious. John Deere said, one project, what kissing butt, joking, don't get mad. I'm good. But, nah, Hugh's working on that LS tree. Grandma said, LMAO, babe. Hugh said, my wife was laughing so hard she had to run to the bathroom. Hugh said, nice. Grandma said, love it. Olivia said, oh, please do incite what kind of dinosaur you would have been. Nope, there are children watching. Hugh, or not Hugh, damn it. Carlos laughing at Hugh. John Deere said, funny, Grandpa Vic. Hugh says, lol. Hudson Heaven said, good day, mate. Good day, Hudson. How are you doing? NZL_50 said, good evening. Good evening to you as well. Hope you're doing just swimmingly. Let's see here. Hugh said, hello, Hudson. Grandma said, have a good night, Lucy. God bless you. Robert said, can you make me a work shirt for work? Robert, we will do better on the shirts. So far, we've only given out a few, but when we get better at all this, we will work on getting you a shirt, my friend. Hudson said for the second time, good day, mate. Well, good day, mate, to you too. Grandma said, hi, Hudson. John Deere said, hey, Randy, do you know why the T-Rex arms are so short? Because he can't touch his dingling. Bet you if he could, he wouldn't have been so angry. Hudson said for the third time, good day. Well, good day to you too, Hudson. NZL said, I'm back again. Well, welcome back. I never thought I'd get caught up. But look at that, y'all. I got caught up again. Let's see. NZO has an Alaskan Mammalate German Shepherd called Oi. I had to check. Let's see here. Reaper's here. Said, meow. Careful, Reaper. Kane will jump up and start going, brrr. Grandma said, I want to get one of each. I don't blame you, Grandma. I would love to give you one. Grandma said, hi, Reaper. Joe Bird said, hey, Reaper. Grandma said, hi, Annabelle. Dr. Balls, 1968-Balls. Hey, where's the old man we love? He just went down somewhere. He's been texting, some things are going on. And I don't know what, but he got pretty serious and into the conversation. But he went downstairs somewhere. He will be back, though. Olivia said, BRB, I have to make another call. My DS just stopped working. Okay. Robert said, what kind of jacket you have for work? Whatever one they give me. Actually, he gave me one. It looks just about identical to that one there. But mine's a little bit dirtier. But I got like 4 or 5 of them. Grandma said, hi, doctor. Hugh said, another one is Sam's Pool Hall 8-ball speaking. I can't tell you the rest of the lady. I can't tell you the rest of the ladies present. I think I've heard that one before. Reaper said, I'm at work behind the bar. That's right, you're doing bartending now, ain't you? Layla said, when does she do premieres? Well, she did one yesterday after Daryl's premiere. And she asked if we wanted her to start doing them, and a bunch of people said yes. So I think she's trying to do them after Daryl's premieres. Jane said, "Hey Reaper." NZL said, "Anyone know if old mate back from the gay bar?" Yeah. Grandma said, "Not, no, not give me. I'ma pay for them." We'll see. Y'all are on the second tier of the memberships, and we're trying to figure out something we can do for you. I need to get better at the shirts, so we'll negotiate that. Hugh said, "Hello, Reaper." Hugh also said, "He's looking for you." Boo. NZL said, "Hey, the couch is there. Dog looks happy." Well, thank you. He was playing like hell today with me, and he is tired. But we need to wake him up. Grandma said, "Hi, NZL." Robert said, "What? You put your jacket on for work?" Well, that's not my jacket. I leave my jacket at work. Reaper said, "Bouncer / bartender." Bouncer. Oh, yeah, that's right. You at one of them alternative life bars, ain't you? Daryl said 1 hour, 8 minutes tonight. I was about to ask about that. Say you hadn't told us yet. Robert said, "When you put your jacket on for work." I put mine on right before I walk out the door, and I take it off once I get on the locomotive because I get really hot really fast. And then if I get too hot, I'll start getting sick, especially in this kind of weather. NZL said, "Hello, Grandma Vic." Daryl said, "Kane looks like he's found a forever home." I believe you're onto something on that. I'm not giving him back unless just we absolutely have to. NZL said, "From yesterday on that small chair to now he must feel like a king." Well, I brought that up here yesterday. And it's like I was bringing it up here and he was running circles around me. Circles, circles, circles. Just excited. And it made me feel really good whenever I put it in here. And he come flying in here like a bat out of hell. And he immediately got on that couch and laid down. So he is very welcoming to us, and we're very welcoming to him. We're slowly letting him into more parts of the building, but we got to be careful. We do have like used motor oil exposed, like in 5-gallon containers and stuff, that he's just tall enough to reach, and you never know, he might have enough brain cells to eat something. Lucy said, "Okay, Daryl." Hugh said, "Kane needs a queen-size bed. He's hanging off the couch." You should have seen him in those little itty-bitty chairs. He fit in one of them. Hugh said, "Yes, standing next to the big ass diesel engine screaming to run them generators." Yep. And we got like the medium-sized one. They're the SD40, standard duty 40s. They're about 3,000 horsepower instead of 4,000. Them jokers scream. Robert said, "Wake up your dog." Okay. Come here, bud. Come here, sleepyhead. Oh. You didn't. Up, downward dog. Nope. No yoga for Kane, y'all. Let's see here. NZL said, "FYI, I changed my name, shortened it." Okay. Grandma said, "I subbed to NZL, Doctor, and Robert." And this dog said, "I'm going back to sleep." Well, Grandma, I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all spreading the love for each other. Reaper said, "Now I've got to be careful. The boss man doesn't like me on the phone." Well, if you're a bouncer or a bartender, you're either going to miss the bouncing or you're going to miss the tipping. Hugh said, "Yeah." Kane said, Mine. Yes, he did. I cleaned that thing off down there, and it took a little bit for him to get up there with me, but he got up there with me. Grandma said, "Layla, I subbed to you also." Thank you, Grandma. Robert said, "Wake up, Kane." I did, Robert. I woke him up. NZL said, "At Grand, yesterday he fit on a small chair, quite surprisingly." Yeah. Hugh said, "Wow, he must have layered." Boy, he dang flung in. I can barely fit in that damn thing. NZL said, "Thank you, Grand." Grand Pitovic, a.k.a. Hugh, said, "Big puppy dog burns big energy." And you should see that big old son of a gun lumbering around playing. He has so much fun. Robert said, "Nice work boots." Well, thank you. I got on my tennis shoes right now. But Grandma said, "Lovely, I sub to you." This is the kind of work boot I wear. These are Dad's. But it's the kind I wear. They're Ariats and they're square-toed. steel toe. Or square toed steel toe. Let's see here. Reaper said, I'm tending tonight. Maybe I'll do a little dancing on the bar later. Oh, Lord. Natalie is coming out of the closet, everybody. Why don't we all put our hands together and say congratulations to Natalie? We don't really talk about that stuff, and it's kind of one of those things we don't agree with. But, hey, you can be whoever you want to be as long as you don't force your opinions on me, and I won't force my opinions on you. Congratulations. Jane said, how old is he? Seems small for a Great Dane. Jane, he was the runt of the litter, and he is 1.5 years old. He was born July of 2024. NZL said need to get him a toy rope to play tug of war. Play tug while tie it off with a weight and get him to pull it around. Well, we can't see it. Well, we got him a horse lead rope. He'll play it with that, but we don't like him chewing on it because it's what we walk him with. But we plan on getting him some more toys. Just give us some time. We got him. Reaper said Coyote Ugly reference. Gotcha. Natalie says they are a bottom and the top is their uncle. Congratulations to Natalie. That's kind of weird. Jane said congrats, Natalie. Hugh said just have to keep the screws and bolts and scrap metal swept up. You need a magnet with wheels and a handle. Harbor Freight sells them. Save tires too. Yep. And I've thought about going to get one, especially like you said with the dog here. It would be a damn good idea to do something like that. But we got most of it swept up. I'm more worried about him getting into like motor oil and stuff like that and trying to lick it. And he's just dumb enough he probably would. Robert said, what we do at work? Well, I am a freight conductor or a freight engineer. If I am the engineer, I drive the train. Don't worry, we do not have a steering wheel. But if I'm a conductor, you know, like the old like sympathies and stuff where the conductor's sitting there telling them what to do. Basically, think of the conductor as what that is. Tells the train what to do. Forwards, backwards, how far, how fast, stuff like that. Daryl said they love basketballs. We will get him one. NZL said Kong toys is what I highly recommend. I use them for my big dog. We will look into that one as well. And we will put stuff inside the Kong toy for him to get out. Reaper said, all right, y'all, I got to go. Boss man making his rounds. Be safe and remember, keep it silly. Thank you, Reaper. Be safe. Don't have too many drinks on the clock. Hugh said, yeah, drinking oil would be bad. Tasty. And he's just goofy enough. He'd probably drink him a big old glove of it. Jane said, take care, Reaper. Natalie said they are gay, and they are proud to be gay. And they're not afraid to say it in this live. Well, good job. I'm sure your parents appreciate it when they dang take you to the basement doing those things you can't talk about. NZL said, Reaper, return to your gay bar. 1969 Ford Mustang OTAC said, hi, hello. Well, I know somebody in here who would love to have you. Grandma said, have a good night, Reaper. God bless you and the family. Robert said, where's Dad Jr. at? Well, here he is. Told you he had to go downstairs for a minute. Icy said, we were not going to say that. We don't talk about this stuff. We're just giving Natalie some crap because they're coming in here trying to say stupid stuff. Natalie said, they are very gay. And they stay in the closet with their uncle. They call him Uncle Hardtouch. Minnie Jim said American cowards come to Greenland and find out. I'm shaking in my boots, dude. I'm going to just leave it there. NZL said there's Boss Man. Reaper said it's not a gay bar.
It's not a gay bar, man.
It's the Pink Pony Club. Jane said LOL Natalie has 4 whole subs. Yeah, see, isn't it funny these people who come in here saying these absolutely just off-the-wall stupid stuff, do absolutely nothing with their channel and probably sitting in their parents' basement trying to figure out how to touch themselves inappropriately so their parents don't know that they're doing it. John Deere said, my song premiere today accidentally made it too good. My song, Big Boy Toys, cry some big boys toys for making you cry. Oh, sorry, Big Boy Toys, for making you cry. Uh-oh. NZL said, no, it's Uncle Anyhole is a goal. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's Natalie's uncle, Uncle Anyhole. Anyhole's the goal. Fox Box. We don't talk about that. Reaper said, I hate y'all. Joke's on you, Reaper. I hate myself too, buddy.
You need to
Enjoy
quit
your
saying
pink
that.
pony club.
Positive stuff, okay?
Your hands
Stop.
are freaking cold.
It's cold out there.
Yeah, no shit. Robert said, ask Dad Jr. He has a nice work jacket.
Oh,
I
it's
showed
in
him
the truck.
I showed him the one that's hanging up.
Oh,
Because I wear that one. I don't know
it's
what
not as good as mine.
He
Mine's
doesn't get
better.
that. Gil-717 apparently is in Canada. But again, if you're new here, welcome in. But we do not talk religion, politics, or any controversial subjects. Natalie said, my dad wants to look up my pocket hole.
You ain't gotta go, Reaper. You can hang around.
Oh, no, he's at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's at work.
See you,
Icy
Reaper.
Stoner said, well, it's facts. No. We let all people in. Okay? We let all people in. All
We just help
ask.
some out if you don't do right.
Yep. And we just asked to just keep it civil. I don't care what you believe. But we don't have to talk about it here. Opinions are like bungholes. Everybody has one and they all stink. And some people's are bigger than the other. John Deere said Foxbox, no politics. Yeah, please. Foxbox, again with the politics. Mini Jim said the inbreeding in the U.S. needs to end, full stop. Yeah. Where's Greenland? Yeah. Don't you mean Iceland? Because there was talk on the news about Iceland, not Greenland, wasn't it?
No, Greenland.
Oh, Greenland. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly ice. Yeah. I am just shaking in my boots. Olivia said, I'm about to beat my mother. Okay. James laughing at Reaper. Reaper said, y'all are amazing. Good night, y'all. Good night, Reaper. Thanks for coming in, bud. NZL said, Reaper, does your bar have pink carpet for your pony club? Because it's the Pink Pony Club. I like that song. John Deere said, Gil, no politics, please. Robert said, can you take my picture with my work shirt? If we were closer than 9 hours away, we would. Hugh said, we have fun. Somehow, some have been overused. Yep, the opinions and bungholes. Jane said, hit that like button, all of you fantastic trolls. I would appreciate that. Natalie said, sexuality isn't politics. You were just in the closet. No, you're in the closet with your Uncle Any Hole Goes. Icy Stoner 420 said, I'm from Iceland. I like you already. Reaper said, yeah, bald man, my new boss is more strict than the station. Oh, right, road. Hugh said, Greenland was named by the Vikings so it wouldn't be confused with Iceland when they returned home. Didn't they do that so that people would think, oh, hey, it's Greenland, let's go take it, and then it turns out to be really icy, and then in Iceland, so people wouldn't try to take it. NZL's laughing. Mini Jim said, when is the best time you were inside a farm animal? Probably in middle school whenever I shoved my whole arm up a cow's bunghole to palpate it to see if it was pregnant, and then ate pizza afterwards. Grandma Vic said, good night, Randy's. Thank you for your live. Great as always. God bless you and the family. Good night, Grandma. Thanks
See you,
for coming
Grandma.
in. Hope you get to feeling better. Garrett said no. Robert said, you have my application for work. Yes, but I'm not legally allowed to hire you. Lauren said, hi, I'm Lucy's cousin, and we said hi yesterday. Well, hello, Lauren.
Hello.
I got a hair in my mouth. I just got it. Layla said, Reaper, are you at your gay bar? Lol. Yes, he is. Hugh said, yup. John Deere said, bye, Grandma V. Have a good night. Icy Stoner said, hey, man, I'd be fine with being part of the USA for $100K. If they bring that offer to Iceland, I'm good. Reaper said, I'm honestly going to quit my job. Olivia said, he made me think my DS was ruined, but apparently a code stand messed up and he can fix it. Okay. Mini Jim said, what scares you more, diabetes and heart disease or people? The dark. Hugh said, a lot of politics are quitting outright, or not politics. A lot of police are quitting outright, and so or some are joining other ones. Perfect example is me. I worked 4 years, two or three promotions, and I still make 1/3 of what I make right now. So I could have got a 2-year degree, but that would have only been a 5% increase. If you didn't know, 5% of $40,000 is what? $2,000 a year. So I mean, that's not even $1,000 or $2,000 a month. or $200 a month. That is ridiculous. Laura Bush 43 said, "Hi there, I'm former First Lady Laura Bush. George is in the hospital and Secret Service left me all alone on the ranch. Can you Venmo me $35 so I can get KFC Family Feast with a molten lava cake?" I don't know where you think you are, Laura, but you must be really out of touch with life if you think $35 is going to get you a KFC Family Feast with a molten lava cake. NZL said, "Nat, your uncle is probably Glenn Quagmire." Giggity. Another email. I think.
Glenn gets Daryl's.
Oh. Yep, Daryl's is in 30 minutes. My bad, everybody. Viltrumite Official said, "I always make sure my 8-year-old eats breakfast every day and hand them 2 cigarettes to smoke before school to help keep their focus because they have ADD. Snowflake parents give me a hard time, but IDGAF. See, you're making a mistake. You're supposed to give them 3 cigarettes and make them walk to school. Come on now. Rookie mistake." John Glad said, "How did the conversation get here? Stupid people coming in saying stupid things." Icy Stoner said, "The police in my country only have killed 1 person in history. It's so peaceful, and it was in 2013. I'm glad to hear your country is peaceful. I'm very glad to hear that. Olivia said, "I'd love for you to meet Dylan, but you know he's an antisocial butthead." Oh, Dr. Ball's here. And said, "Yay, the handsome old man has returned." Yeah, he come in and asked about you. I said you were downstairs handling business.
Thank you.
Grandma said, "Good night, everyone. God bless you all and your families." Good night, Grandma. Hugh said, man, I hope they let you guys know soon about the burnouts. The waiting sucks." Well, February 14th, Valentine's Day, is an event at Caraway.
Well, we're going to get on it now. We've already got all the safety stuff. We may go ahead and buy safety shoes.
Just to be
We
safe.
didn't do it last year, but we got the car are already safety and everything, so it's not going to be like last year.
Well, we
do
might
have-
need to make sure that, like, your firewall, like where we blocked off for the, what's it called?
heater cool.
We might want to make sure that we protect all that correctly. That would be the only thing that I see would even give us even remotely of a problem.
Well, it ain't no different than sheet metal for everything else because it's thick as the firewall.
But
But
they did say in the rules that there's no opening in the firewall to allow access to the cabin.
well, there's not.
I'm just saying we just need to make 100% sure.
Oh, I promise you, there's not.
Okay, just making sure. And Grandma said, "And thank you, Randy's, and thank you, Grandma, for coming in." Jane said, "Take care, Hugh." NZL said, "Man, police and fire and emergency here are just leaving and going to Australia. The pay is better." Huh. Layla said, "Reaper, don't say that." Hugh said, "I'm not leaving, wifey is." Jane said, "Take care, Grandma." Jane said, "I noticed after I said that, Hugh. Lol." Mini Jim, do you ever wish you could immigrate to a civilized country? Nope, I'm fine with where I am.
The only way I'm leaving if they come up with the new world
Oh
on
my
the
gosh,
other side. of
Jane
the
said,
ice
"Who
wall."
is Dylan?" Apparently Dylan's butthead. That's who he is. Hugh said, "LOL, I do that." Olivia said, "Randolph Hutchins," you spelled it wrong, haha. "The third, we don't condone a child smoking." Well, you might not, but my child's going to smoke the shit out of some tires. That's your fault, nerd. John
But
Deere
now,
said,
if you're
"Hit the
talking
like
about
button,
the
guys."
guy that come in last night saying the same thing, he's just trying to piss everybody off.
And Olivia, you're getting pissed off with
And you're putting oxygen to the fire.
Let's see here. John Deere said, "Hit the like button, guys. I would appreciate it." What do we got?
37.
37. We got 17 and 37. Thank y'all. Hugh said, "I'd tell myself, whoops." Jay said, "You have a basement in that building?" No, we don't. If we do, I've not found it.
Somebody says we do. It's full of bodies.
Yeah. Team DLZ24 said, "Red shirt looks like he hands out prizes at Dave & Buster's." Yeah. Saw you there once or thrice.
It's okay. I greet everybody at Walmart.
Hugh said, "Woohoo! I'm off that weekend." Yes, sir.
Don't you overrule me.
Don't you
overrule me.
overrule me. Hey, get him! He got me. Hey, bitch. Here, go back to your texting. I'm getting behind. Okay, it's your pen anyway.
Don't matter, you done broke it.
I can't see good enough for this. Fuck you. Jackass. Boo! Let's see here. Hugh said we will be there. Cool. We will let you know if something comes up and we can't make it. Team DLZ24 said, red shirt looks like he scalps tickets at the Mumford and Sons concert. Duh. Oh, and then we got red shirt looks like he has a very stay 300 yards away vibe to him. It's the nicest thing you've said about me so far. Because I freaking hate people, so stay away from me. Mini Jim said, when did America turn into one giant Hooters restaurant? As soon as everybody started normalizing being a hoe. Because you know that song, your mama used to be a hoe. NTZ Claus said, sup guys, what's up? Olivia said, okay, tire smoking is allowed. Rusty said, hi Randy and Randy. Hello Rusty, how you doing? NZL said, rather skids on pavement than in your undies. Exactly. Hugh said, hello Rusty. John Glass said, I like the red shirt. Well, thank you. The back of it says something inappropriate, so I can't show you. Rusty said, hi Hugh. Daryl said, Rusty. Team DLZ said, red shirt looks like he had a stroke on both sides of his face. No, I'm just so happy to see you. Hugh said, teach him young to burn them tires. If Addie has on earphones, I bet you she'd do it. Olivia said, Dylan was a moderator from back in my Twitch days. He's a good person, but he doesn't like human interaction.
Now, I will tell y'all this. Addie does not like loud noises. Allie don't care. She's going to be the one.
Allie is just going to be completely unbothered.
She is going to be the one that's going to let her eat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think Addie's going to grow out of it, but we'll see.
Well, I'm sure she will when she sees how fun it is.
Yeah. Jane said, LOL, I could have sworn you said Pops went downstairs. Yeah, Jane, he went downstairs. It's just not stairs anymore, it's just a ramp. Layla said, get him, Kane. I tried. Livy said, outside his friend group. Okay. Team DLZ said, you have the same fan base as Kyle Rittenhouse.
Team,
You're
did
in
you
here.
say team 2LZ or something before
Team
24?
DLZ 24.
Yeah, tell them if they're going to keep on making comments like that, delete them. I'm not listening to that, man. Oh, wait, no. Go copy and paste to every one of theirs.
Oh, yeah, no. Then let's see here. Let's go to channel. You have a whopping 22 subscribers with 4 videos. Las Vegas Wednesday night Christmas. Oh, that makes sense. You're one of them idiots. But look at this. He posted a year ago. Wednesday night rides. Oh, look at you and your cute little bicycles. Wow.
Go back and put everything he says on theirs. That's what I do.
Rusty said, hi, Mac. Hi, Jane. Hi, Ghosty. Olivia said, cool deal. Why did I say Olivia?
Well, don't close it because I'll go on and start commenting.
Daryl said, cornflakes are good, but Wheaties are gooder. Layla said, you two are always fighting. Yeah, because he's constantly pestering me.
I'm not pestering. People come into this chat and say stupid shit. Send it back to
Talking
them.
about me and you.
I know.
Okay.
But we're not fighting.
Hugh said, crowd ice cream. I like ice cream. Ooh, I need an ice cream. You want to go get me an ice cream? Olivia said, hey, Rusty. SCV Troy said, what state are y'all in? Depression. Nope, North Carolina. What state are you in? Or country? Jane said, hey, Rusty. Minnie Jim said, I know where you live. I'm coming over there and show you a good time.
All right, while you're there, light the heater for me.
NZL said, I don't do people too. Myself, my youngest daughter is the petrol head. Well, we have always been like shut-ins, very antisocial. We still are. But this YouTube has forced us to come out of our shell and make friends, and we can't do YouTube without you. And that was kind of the hardest thing, is we've always done stuff ourselves. Well, YouTube is kind of called you too, because I can't do it without you too. Daryl said, team, smash that like button. Smash it. Olivia said in all caps, and he, the guy who helped me a knee with my VTuber model rigging, And he said, make short video games, QS, a lobby, and mods older consoles. And then not in all caps says, Layla, me and Randy argue because we're competing for favorite child. Oh, I gave that up 19 years ago. SCV Troy said 4. Minnie Jim said, I once loved a woman who wasn't clean. Well, that sounds dirty.
Fix the shower.
Hugh said YouTube is a WeTube because it doesn't work without we and us. That's exactly right. Daryl said, Minnie, hit that like button. Olivia said, that was corny, Randy.
But you laughed.
I bet you did.
I saw
NZL
it.
said, I hardly know my neighbor's been here since 1990. Don't go anywhere other than driving wife to the shop, sit in the car.
Hey,
I have lived in my house for 5 years, and I think I've spoke 2 words to my neighbors.
well, we've lived in the house since 97.
97.
We know our neighbors. We've met them a few times, but we very rarely see them all. At all, is what I mean.
Yep. Olivia said, then why do we argue? Oh, because it's just kind of my goal to piss you off. It's called rage baiting.
Yeah, and I hate that. That pisses me off. For anybody to do that, that is just wrong. Yeah, and you ought to stop that shit.
Nope. It works.
No,
John
it don't
Deere
matter
said-
if it works. It's stupid.
John Deere
People
said
have a
too.
right to be
Just
happy.
like people, it's
People have a
stupid
right
to go
to be
comment
happy.
on their videos what they comment on.
No, I think that's pretty smart. They should
Okay.
comment.
See, opinions are like bungholes. Everybody has one, and they all stink.
But
Some are
mine's
bigger
right.
than
Yours
others.
is wrong.
Listen, it's not my fault that you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. You are. Don't mess with me like
I will
that.
knock the shit out
Don't
of
be
you if I
saying
know.
that. This is a family channel.
you. Let's see. I lost my damn spot now, you beach.
I'm sure you go to reading again and you'll figure it out.
John Deere said, too many you get at YouTube. Yep. Layla said, I think I would win that, Olivia. Olivia said, no, I didn't. SCV Troy said, Georgia, man, cool. Just right down the street. Olivia said, no, I have a Trump card overall. No, because you're a midget does not mean you have a Trump card. Hugh said, knowing your neighbor is a has-been. Yes. John Deere said, hi to Daryl. Olivia said, LOL rage baiting. Daryl said, Jacob. Minnie Jim said, you're a bit blurry. Can you wipe the chicken grease off the lens?
No,
No.
it's what's on your eyes.
Yeah. You got them eyes for them chicken grease. NZL said, got PTSD, man. I don't do people to myself rage bait. It's just, I understand. I truly do. Sometimes removing yourself from an equation prevents problems.
And that's what I've been doing.
Not in the bad way. Okay? Don't make a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I'm talking about you can't have a fire without 3 things. An ignition, oxygen, and something to burn. If you remove the oxygen, you don't have a fire. Rusty said, I was wrong once. I once was wrong.
I know when that was.
Olivia said, LOL, this is why I'm the favorite. Okay. Hugh said, I was wrong once. I'm still wrong. Daryl said, how many Fords do you have, Rusty? Layla said, this is why I am the second favorite. Olivia said, my size isn't my trump card, it's my skills. Okay. John Deere said, motorboat. John Glad said, once I was wrong, but I was mistaken. Layla said, I hope he has no Fords, Daryl. No, Layla, Rusty is a Ford lover. Rusty said, my Fords are money in the bank, Daryl. He must be a mechanic. Minnie Jim said, I enjoy watching your stream while taking my morning dump. Hey, Carlo at Big Boy Toys does the same thing. Hugh's
No, he
laughing.
always leaves and comes
That's
back.
J71-720 said, what do you think about the Trump coin? I had no idea he was doing a coin. Hugh said, scrap value go up? Well, if they do, I have a lot of scrap I'm going to get rid of. Olivia said, Layla, I can feed Pop Pop's car addiction, hence why I'm the favorite. But you didn't buy him a building. Layla's laughing. Daryl said, Levette, no political. Layla said, that's why I'm the second favorite, Olivia. Olivia said, you want to throw hands? I mean, I'll hit a woman in a wheelchair. Wouldn't bother me. Wouldn't be the first time. Hugh said, "Yeah, want to go for a boat ride." Don't make no difference to me. Olivia said, Randolph Marie Hitchens. Nickel Pony said, "Hey, Unbreakable and Pops and
Hello.
Kane, the ultimate watch dog. Hello, Nickel Pony. How are you doing?" Daryl said, "Rusty, till the park stores open." Hugh said, "Hello, Nickel. Gangsta or Gangster Ghost off official or Gangster Ghost official, $9.99." Said, "Hey, how are you? We're good. I hope you are." Rusty said, "You're on a roll, Daryl. Lol." Gangster said, "Respect from Chicago." Well, respect from North Carolina. Jane said, "Hey, Nickel." NZL said, "Hello, Nickel." Hugh said, "Hello, Chicago." Mini Jim said, "Have you burned a cross in your neighbor's yard this month?" "No, and if I did, I would lie to you and tell you no." Daryl said, "Roll? Nah, I like biscuits and gravy, but no, not rolls. I like biscuits and gravy." Gangster said, "Thanks for everything. If I can help, I'll try to help." John Deere said, "Hi, Nickel." Hugh said, "Not this month." Mini Jim said, "You're handsome, men. I just liked and subscribed." Well, let me see if you're pulling my leg. The last person who said that pulled my leg.
Well, Robert.
Well, we have went up one subscriber in an hour and 46
Well,
minutes.
Robert, I don't go in early tomorrow, so it'll be an hour later than it was today.
There you go. NZL said, "Mini Jim, your mom should have swallowed." Bet part of him ran down his mom's leg. Levy said, "You're the first person to ever rile me up after a full bowl of chowder. That's almost impossible. Major respect. Also, F you." See, again, perfect rage baiter. Nickel Pony said, "Hey, Hugh and Miss Jane, drive to West Texas and back today. Long drive." I bet that was a long drive. Nickel Pony said, "Hey, John Deere," and John Deere said, "Butternuts, but." Robert said, "Ask Dad Jr. He has work boots." Yeah, his work boots are over there beside the ones I showed you. Hugh said, "Wow, long drive for sure." NZL said, No, don't run down his lip." Was wiped on the sheet. You want to read for the last 13 minutes? Let me rephrase that. You're reading for the last 13 minutes.
My legs are warm up. It's cold out here.
Hey. Cause your mama used to be a hoe. Now she shops at Costco.
Minnie says, "What does your mom and goalies have in common? They both always slap the balls out of their face." Okay. Olivia says, "I can see Randy on MySpace pissing off the entire chat room."
Absolutely, and I'll do it again.
Jane said, "Lol, NZ." Olivia says, "My mama's a hoe." NZ said, "Hello, old fella." Hello, NZ. Layla Girl says, "That's why I said you're the favorite. I'm the second favorite, Olivia." Is Lotus in here?
No.
Oh, because somebody took their like back.
Yeah, probably that person's going to take their subscribe away too.
Oh, really? What, did you subscribe to them?
No, somebody subscribed and we're at 3288, so we've only went up one during this live.
Oh. Well, they're bad for telling you they do, and they didn't. They did that last night.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Let's see. I mean, I don't mind subscribing, but people lie. But anyway, Jim says, "Brr, you are blocking me on Grinder." Yeah, because you're lying. You're a liar. NZ said, "I shortened my name from New Zealand to NZ." Oh, okay.
NZL.
All right, I got you. Olivia said, "I like New Zealand, but okay. You the man." Olivia said, "See, he admitted it to, I'm the favorite." John Deere says, "I'm number one, Randy." John Deere says, "Joking." Olivia's got her cool glasses on. NZL said, "Randy needs to rage bait the chat room." No, he does not. I can't stand that mess. That and their ability to gas everybody off.
He just went to do one. Can I have that?
John Deere says, "Hit the like button."
He's not letting me have it.
here. NZL says yes, he does.
Fine, you can have the hot dog, dog.
He put it all in his mouth.
He got the whole thing in his mouth long ways. Watch. See? Here you go. He's so freaking tired, he won't even eat the hot dog.
John Deere's laughing. Nick Capone said, look at those reflexes. Dang, Bob said, what was some Matrix move? Hugh said, I had to close and come back and my chat stopped.
Mine does that a lot.
Libby said, did you say, deny me my moment of compression pops? Did I just, no.
Kane hit me.
John said, what happened?
Look
The
at
double tap no longer gives a thumbs up.
No, it doesn't do it on Master's phone either. He was trying to eat the hot dog, but he won't even eat it.
I've noticed sometimes you have to go like refresh. Mine does it every once in a while.
He's not even eating this damn hot dog.
Hugh says, NEO couldn't move that fast. Lovely says, I have my premiere tonight at 9:10. Just a heads up. All right. Daryl says, okay, Lucy. You said double stat works on my phone if I do it immediately. NZL said, Randy, that top is perfect.
Thank you. Oh, shit. My bad. I wasn't supposed to let y'all see that.
G-Man says, damn, you're bald. Oh, hell.
Wow.
Man, you're observing it. Thank you, though.
Over here. Over here. Move.
Jane said, oh, my God.
Madison got me this shirt.
See, Rusty said, Olivia, you're everyone's favorite. Minnie says, where are all the white women at? Behind the preposition at. Robert said, Randy, can you put your work jacket on? No, it's in the truck. Olivia says, damn, he's so bald that it looks good. Layla says, let's rage bait the chat. No, let's don't. I cannot stand that mess. Jeffrey says, is that your son? It is. Hugh says, I had to rewind to see the shirt. Love it. Minnie says, can I call you Pape? Yeah, if you want to, I'll answer anything. You just keep coming in there and calling me. Olivia says, thank you, Rusty. G-Man said, where are all the midget women at?
Oh, that's Olivia at Ghosty Place.
There's a difference between midgets and dwarfs, but we like to use little people here. Let's see. NZL says, G-Man, we can shave and polish your bald head can be Tweet says Predator versus Terminator. Who's winning? I don't know. It'd be a heck of a battle, but you know, I'll be back. Never loses. Nickel Pony says, guys, just stopped in for a second. Just going since 3 this morning. This pony is red. Oh, tired. Okay. Y'all have a great night. Thank you, Nickel Pony, for stopping in. We really do appreciate it. Rest good, buddy. Olivia said, let's rage bait Jesus.
He hits really hard.
Layla says, I definitely don't do that at school. Jeffrey says, Dad looks younger than son. Well, thank you.
Overtime.
See, Hugh says, I take care of myself. A Pepsi a day keeps the age away. Hugh says, Lord. Olivia says, what about me? What about me? Me. Jeffrey said, Dad, you should do radio. You have the voice.
You rage bait the dog, right?
See, Rusty says, later, Nickel Pony. Olivia says, Predator. I would like to do this. I do enjoy this. I hate I can't read as good as I do, but I'm working on it. I'm getting better. Minnie said, who was a bigger jerk, Jeffrey Dahmer or John Wayne Gracie? I don't know who John Wayne Gracie was, but Jeffrey Dahmer was actually a jerk. I guess. I didn't know neither one of them. NZL said, don't worry, I'm bald as myself. Now, y'all keep in mind, I choose to be this way. I shave every single morning. I choose to look
You mean
this
to tell me
good.
you weren't born that way? You chose to be the way that you are?
Layla says, Olivia, let's not. Olivia says the Predator can literally melt any and all Terminator models.
Nerd.
How can he melt them with the Predator?
The alien has the acid to melt them. The Predator does not.
Oh, you mean the Terminator does not?
No, the Predator does not have acid. The alien has acid.
I thought
I'm
the
not
Predator
sure
was
which
the alien.
They're both aliens. It's Alien versus Predator. Predator's the one that wears like the mask and all.
Layla says, people rage bait me at school. I will be at my desk watching metal art customs with Lucy and coloring, and some kids has to make me mad. Ignore them. Minnie says,
I don't even see another comment from him.
I agree with you, Minnie. NZL says, I do the same. Shave the hair, keeps the grays away. That's right. Look at this. Imagine what it'd be if I left it. Olivia says, Predator has a plasma caster and traps that even the best human technology can't pick it. Y'all do know this is 2 movies, right? It's actually movies that they have made. JH says, hi. Hello, JH. Hugh said Predator has future weapons that blow the Terminator apart, rapture the nuclear cell, and term is toast. But they had that other one that always come back. He would regrow. He was aluminum, I think.
I think it was aluminium.
Aluminium, that's it. Lady said, yes, I go to school with Lucy. I ride the bus with Lucy, and I live with Lucy. Hugh says, hello, JH. JH says, hi, Grand Pedovic. Hugh says, great movies, though. Yes, you're right. Hugh says, great. JH says, hi, Ghost. 12 people in here, 41 thumbs up. NZL says, Kane is happy with the new couch. Yes, he is. Yeah, I believe he's happy with his new home. Olivia says, if you call it, leave it, kiss it, my Randy's ass. Okay.
So she says, so bow wow, yo yippee, yay, kiss my ass, Randy.
Oh.
It translated on yours.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, damn, that really got me. Olivia says, hey, JH. JH said, what's up, John Deere? Jane says, hi, JH7. And JH says, how's Kitty? She ain't been in here in a while, has she?
Well, no, she has not, but she's also got college, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And Hey James.
Yep.
And
And
you said Alien vs. Predator was awesome! Predator got tore up. Yeah, he did.
I'm surprised Randy's watched that movie.
You done reading?
Let's see. No, I was trying to do. I was playing. Layla says we both share a desk, and so I see what she watches on her Chromebook, and she usually is on your channel or Daryl's channel. Awesome.
Cool.
NZL says hello, John Deere. Olivia said AVP was a good movie.
Yes, Alien vs. Predator.
Oh. John Deere said, what's up, everybody? Hugh says, yes, it was. Layla says, yeah, we have 2 kids to 1 desk at my school and classroom. NZL said, where's RC today? He's normally here.
He's been busy. Once the holidays are over, he's busier than a cat covering up shit in the sandbox.
Yeah. Jane says, R3, what did you think of the movies last weekend?
That was a pretty good movie, but I could have told you the ending from the beginning.
Hugh says, yeah, no Lotus today. Olivia says, AVP.
Requiem.
Huh?
Or Requiem or whatever. Wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad. And they said, I meant it's alright meme is fire. But that's 8 o'clock, everybody.
Yeah, but the main actress was a beautiful woman. Daryl said, peace, y'all. See you, Daryl. Have a good one. Lucy666 says, yo, what it do, buckaroo?
Well, Lucy, you made it just in time.
What was I going to say? Wasn't that the one I was going to say?
She is, Sandy.
Sandy, that's it. That's the one I was going to call when she come in here. I was going to say, hey, Sandy. Layla says, all right, it's time for Daryl's to go steal the show. Yes, Daryl's doing his premiere. Everybody jump over there and watch it. I'm going to finish this up. You said, sweet. Olivia says, bye, y'all. James says, take care. Oh, NZL says, we do for a summer storm here. A lot of rain. Not looking forward to going, but be busy a few days.
Yep.
Yes. John Deere says, it's 8. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody. See you, John Deere. Be good. Hugh said, walla, roll on the ground, blast my ass off. Floor, whatever. Sandy says, Sandy, I ain't Sandy. I'm Pearl. I thought we agreed that day you were Sandy.
Yeah, that's right, because I'm not Patrick.
Hugh says, give Kane a scratch for me. Snacks will be inbound soon.
Alright.
Michael says, I like gumbo chicken jumbo with beans. Yes.
Alright, you're caught up.
Alright, everybody. I've been told I got to get off of here. Y'all have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. And remember, keep it silly. And thank y'all. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Thank y'all.